folks. It's Griffin here, and we are getting into some Pauper. Looks like this is a pretty well. This is my first stab at like the mono black control deck. I don't know. I just call it Chittering Rats deck because that's the most common thing in there. Um, Looking at a bunch of lists online, not all of them are as into these cycling lands as I am. I have like five extra cycling lands, and most people just play the Barren Moors, and then like maybe some Bajuka Bogs and stuff. But I've got a lot of cycling lands. Got a Rakdos Carnarium for some extra value. I play Innocent Blood. I think it's super good, really cheap. And then one Vendetta, and two Ghastly Demise, just because I like those cards. I don't really have any good reason to play them. I just think that they're like. I would love it if this card was in Modern. I think this card's great. So, um, and Four Chainer's Edict, Four Sign in Blood. All right, and then the three drops we've got Phyrexian Rager, which is pretty solid. A copy of Read the Bones. Four Shooting Rats. A couple of Liliana Specters, which is a card I really like, but one toughness is actually kind of bad in this format. There's a lot of one toughness stuff, but the fact that it can block a Delver is really cool. A couple of Oubliette, a couple of Tendrils of Corruption. I was finding that, I was adding stuff like Phyrexian Rager and Sign in Blood, and Read the Bones to the deck. I was like losing a lot of life, but this like helps you out a lot. And some Grey Merchants, which is kind of the biggest reason why we have Oubliette in the deck, is Grey Merchant, but also Chittering Rats and Liliana Spectre are really good with it too. Sideboard, got some Duress, a couple of Augur of Skulls, which is a card I really like, a couple of Unburden for more discard, four copies of Crypt Rats, because this card is really good. It's like a cross between Pyroclasm and Blaze. It's like really good. And one of these, everybody plays a bunch of these in the main. I don't know. I don't really like it, but they're still like pretty good against like token decks. And a couple of Nile Spellbones because there's a few graveyard centric decks with Faithful Looting and stuff. And yep, that's about it. I'm gonna play it in a league. We're gonna see how it goes. Something that's interesting is that there's only friendly Pauper leagues. Is that true? That's silly. Friendly Pauper League. No competitive Pauper League. I guess that makes sense, because it is Pauper. It means we're in a low risk situation. Pauper has been pretty interesting. I feel like it's kind of like modern. At first I kind of thought it was more like Legacy. Um, I don't know. It's an interesting format. Lots of different stuff going on. Okay, here we are for the first round. I'm gonna keep this hand. It's a little slow, but we've got these cycling lands to find us some stuff. So I think this hand's okay. Playing against some Affinity. No, we're playing against some. Well, I don't know. We'll find out. That's a great draw. Does that make me want to change my play? No, I think I'll go ahead and cycle a Baron Moor anyway, so it's fine. Another land drop there. Another Glinthawk, okay. So luckily, all they're doing is playing 2/2s and not making any land drops. Innocent Blood's a nice one. I think I'll play this Chainer's Edict though instead. Thraben Inspector. Okay. So now it seems like, ooh, Liliana Spectre's even better, actually. Because Liliana Spectre can block this Glint Hawk. They discarded Journey to Nowhere. That's good for me. I'll be blocking. So that's cool because it makes it so I don't have any creatures in play, so I can Innocent Blood better now. I think I'll do that and play the Rager. Innocent Blood first, obviously. Because we still got this Tendrils of Corruption back for more removal, plus the Oubliette. So this is the Boros Core Skyfisher deck, I guess? Probably have Core Skyfisher. End step, we are cycling a secluded step. Okay. Another Glint Hawk, sure. Core Skyfisher, bouncing that same land again. Alright. So we've got some choices here. I think what I want to do is play the Baron more, and then the Tendrils on the Skyfisher. Just do that right now. Not blocking, so I might as well attack. And then we can Oubliette and Sign in Blood next turn, or cast Grey Merchant, depending on what we feel like doing. Journey, sure. Let's Sign in Blood. I would like to get up to 7 lands. Okay, well, we're gonna now. And I think I'd rather play a Rager. I guess I should not have played that land yet, in case I draw some kind of different land that I'd rather play. Okay, this is fine. We've got 1 copy of Chainer's Edict in our graveyard that we can use later. I guess I'm not gonna F6 so I can cycle this Baron more. Alright, they're kind of out of stuff. Carnarium's cool. We can get that Baron more back, but first I'd rather go ahead and Chainer's Edict. Sacrificing our clue. Wonder where they're bolting. Nope, they're just cycling a Forgotten Cave. Okay. Alchemist's Vial. Enters the battlefield, draw a card. Sure. Let's play Chittering Rats. Tell you what we'll do first. We'll add a black. Play this Carnarium. Return the Baron more and cycle it. Now let's play Phyrexian Rager. Okay, and now let's play Chittering Rats. So now we'll have a pretty good sized Grey Merchant trigger here. Opponent's got 4 mana, but nothing going on. Probably just a lot of land because they've played a lot of spells so far. Bolt the Rat, sure. And Bolt a Rager, sure. I wonder if I should still just go for it here with the Grey Merchant. Well, they just spent those 2 bolts on my creatures instead of me, so I'm kind of feeling like I can go ahead and sign in blood myself here and then figure it out. Okay, so now if we have 2 gray merchants available to us, then let's just go ahead and start chaining them out there. We've got a lot of lands in play, got plenty of mana. Oh boy. I think we just win. Okay, cool. So what do we have against small creatures? Nothing really. I don't think I really want Cryptorats. I don't think I really want these. I think Augur of Skulls is probably really good, and I think Unburn is probably pretty good. They have not a whole bunch of tokens. They just have small creatures like 2/2s and 1/2s and 2/3s. Our worst cards, I think Disfigure and Gasinimise and Vendetta. I think those are all good. I kind of want to keep Innocent Blood in there as well. I kind of like almost everything. Oubliette is pretty loose. It's pretty expensive. And they only have like 2/3s that it can actually hit. I can also see myself getting tempoed out pretty easily getting an Augur of Skulls bolted. They don't block very well either, which is important, which is like one of the good parts about Augur of Skulls, so maybe it's not as good as I was hoping. Sounds a little sketchy, but I think I'm going to keep it. Now, Great Furnace. That furnace is great. Alright, so the problem with Carnarium is that we don't have anything really going on with it. Ooh, Relic of Progenitus. Okay. Could go ahead and cycle this Unburden. I was really hoping to hit something else there. Sure. So they're trying to make it so I can't effectively Chainer's Edict anything, but also it kind of hurts my Ghastly Demise. Not that they really know that that's a thing. I think we're just casting or playing this Polluted Mire and saying go. Luckily, our opponent is not really doing anything. I guess that's one of the things I like about playing mono black is just that there's a lot less that can go wrong when you're playing one color. Let's play Liliana Spectre, and I'm going to Carnarium back. Oh, I'm going to Carnarium back a Swamp. I could get the Mire back, but I don't think that's really that necessary right now. It's getting Galvanic Blasted. Yep. Just kind of okay. Seeker of the Way. Okay. I can play both Chittering Rats and Sign in Blood this turn. So why don't we go ahead and do that? That'll put me up to 9 cards in hand, and then Swamp Rats will be 7. Yeah, I think that's fine. Oh good, more card draw. I think I might actually just cut the Carnarium because I'm sick of having to click on those little mana symbols. Yep, you got it. Why don't you just crack this thing so I can start doing stuff with my Gassing Wise? I mean, I'm just going for it, whatever. Like, they could bolt me, but they were going to use that bolt on the rat anyway, so it's not really that bad. I'd rather do that. Ancient Den. I lose my rat. Gray Merchant. How about we just parade these things out for a while here? Could also rat again. Could also rat plus... Well, that's about it, actually. Rat plus Sign and Blood doesn't seem very good at all. We are getting pretty low in our life total here. Let's go ahead and rat. And then play the desert. Yeah, that doesn't use our mana very well. I think I won't do that. I think I'll play a Gray Merchant. It's going to stop this Seeker of the Way from attacking pretty effectively. Give us a little bit of a life buffer. And now we have enough mana to do something like Rat plus Rager. Assuming we're running into another Lightning Bolt here, which is still like pretty okay with me. Otherwise we would have taken, 6 damage, which I really don't like, so I'm happy with that. How about it's Rats Off to you plus Chainer's Edict. Or you could do Rats plus Rager. I think I'd rather do that. So let's Rager. Let's see if we can find a land. Didn't. That's okay. So as long as we can someday, somehow, get rid of that Core Skyfisher, I think we're in pretty good shape. So they finally drew a card from their clue, and it was the one that they put on top. Let's Edict them. They lose their Thraben Inspector. And let's Gray Merchant. Aha! Okay. That's actually good for us because... am I going to attack? I think I'm not going to attack. That's because if they have a bolt, then they can kill one attacker and block the other one. There's a Glint Hawk. Okay. Palace Sentinels. Oh boy. On this battlefield, you become the monarch. So they're going to draw some cards, so they think. So Baron Moor was a good draw, because we can cycle it to add to our graveyard. But we might not want to. We might rather play Sign and Blood. I'd like to kill as many of these creatures as possible here. We have enough mana to Read the Bones and Chainer's Edict. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have enough to Sign in Blood, Baron Moor, Chainer's Edict is 5, Ghastly Demise is 6. So we could actually Read the Bones instead of Sign in Blood. So I think we'll probably start with Read the Bones. Just in case we draw something like Innocent Blood. I think I just want both of them. So that's actually going to help us a lot because we can use Ghastly Demise on the Palace Sentinels now. So the last card they're going to have is Skyfisher, and then we're going to attack, and then we're going to use it to draw a card. Okay, so I think I like where we're at here. We're going to cast Chainer's Edict on them. We're going to cast Innocent Blood. We're going to sacrifice our Phyrexian Ranger. We're going to Ghastly Demise the Palace Sentinel. And now we're going to attack with both of these creatures and become the Monarch. And now we're going to lose the Monarch, obviously. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I will play the Baronmoor. Okay. Ooh, Battle Screech. That's pretty good with the Monarch. So we can Rats. We can Sign in Blood. I think we should probably Sign in Blood right now. See how many of these 1/1s we can get rid of. Any? That'd be nice. So let's cycle a Baronmoor. Ghastly Demise is pretty good. What's nice about this is going to make it hard for them to recast this Battle Screech. When we Ghastly Demise the Skyfisher. Alright, your turn. So they get to keep drawing cards, which is nice for them. But so do we. And I can't imagine that they have answers for both the Grey Merchant and the Rat. So if we Chainer's Edict, we should get the Monarch back now. Okay. Ah, they do. They have these artifact lands. However, they don't have a bolt. I'm just going to play this swamp and cycle both of these lands. At the end of their turn. Battle Screech. Okay. Luckily, we are the Monarch. So they have no cards in hand. We're gonna cycle. We're gonna cycle again. We're gonna cycle. Okay, let's cycle. Okay. No Chainer's Edicts. We'll get one more draw step off of this Monarch. Okay. Well, that's good. The problem is that they're going to start drawing a bunch of cards now. Now it makes it really hard for us to get the Monarch back. Oh, they're not going for it. They want to play Battle Screech instead. Okay. This is actually kind of dangerous because they have 6 power in the air, but ooh, yeah, we did it. I think I just make this trade, and then we can Innocent Blood, and I suppose we just do this right now. So now they don't have any creatures to use with Battle Screech in their graveyard, and we're still the Monarch. Drawn Swamps. Am I gonna deck myself? I'm at 20 cards left. Core Skyfisher. Great. Okay, go ahead. So I do have some Gray Merchants in here somewhere. I'm assuming I'll draw at some point. Theater Inspector is a good one for them. I have so much mana, I don't need to do this on end step or anything like that. Especially because I can just Chainer's Edict. Yep, okay, okay. Play a land, your turn. Battle Screech is super good. Sure, I'm glad I'm the Monarch, though. I think the only cards we have left in our deck are Gray Merchants. Alright, so we gotta start using some of this stuff on these Battle Screech tokens. Really don't want them to get up to enough creatures in play to start flashing their Battle Screeches back. I'll take it. Rager's a nice one. Although, we still might deck. I don't know if I actually even want to cycle this desert. Okay, so rats should be good. Okay, okay. Yeah. I may actually lose this game due to decking. That's hilarious. However, we've still got 2 Gray Merchants in the deck. Now our opponent is going to become the Monarch if they attack. They're drawing lots of cards off of their Skyfishers. Ah, they're gaining lots of life off their lone missionaries. I see what their plan is here. Okay. So we can handle that. I guess we also have... one... Okay, we actually only have one more Grey Merchant because one of them got exiled, and we have one more Chainer's Edict. And I don't really feel like playing Sign in Blood either. I feel like attacking with everything. Can't attack or block this turn. Okay. Playing a Rager. Yep, we'll just say go. Let's see what they attack with. Ooh, Liliana Spectre is nice. I almost want them to attack me here. Nah, they don't want to. So on their end step, I'll hit this Skyfisher with Vendetta. Chainer's Edict is very nice. So, we have lethal on board if they whiff this turn. Because of the Sign in Blood in our hand. We also know that there's exactly one Grey Merchant in the deck, so we can draw it if we want to. Let's see if we have to. Unless I didn't board one out, did I? That would be funny. I'm going to check right now. Did I board one out? Nope. Okay. So, that went a long time, but we did get there. I think our opponent's Mana Stumble in the beginning of the game was really good for us, and we were able to strand a bunch of Battle Screechers in their graveyard. I think there was a turn where they could have cast one, actually. They could have cast a Battle Screech, but they were leaving up their blockers instead. So I don't know if that was good for them or not, but we used almost the whole deck somehow, and then ended up winning that one. Okay, so let's try the next round. Okay, back for round 2. This is a keep. Both Tendrils of Corruption is kind of bad. They're pretty slow. And we've only got one Swamp right now, but we've got a Chittering Rat. I used to play Ravenous Rats in this deck. I kind of liked it, to be honest, but I don't know. Having like all these little creatures in the same deck as Innocent Blood is kind of weird. Not necessarily bad, but just kind of weird. We're gonna keep, especially because so many people have tokens in their deck. Island Ponder. Foil Zendikar. Foil Battle for Zendikar. Yeah. I don't know. I always play my deserts before playing Barrenmoor. Barrenmoor's better in your hand because it cycles for 1 instead of 2. A Fairy Miscreant. Okay. So I will be targeting that with a Disfigure. Unless I happen to draw an Innocent Blood, then I'll try and cast that instead. But, the question is, do I play around days or not? I don't think so. I think I just Disfigure this thing right now. And then play this Polluted Mire. This way I can play Rats on turn 3. And playing Rats on turn 3 is better I'd rather get my disfigure dazed than my turn 3 rats dazed, so. Okay. So that's good for us. Yeah, we're gonna rats. Yeah, pretty glad we killed that thing. The problem is that rats is really bad against Delver. But it's still like, I don't know, we gotta do it. Okay. That's cool. So that means our tendrils should resolve. Unless they reveal something else. Gush. Okay. Oubliette is a good way to play around days. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Because we can also use this Baron more if we do it in this way. Let's get rid of your Delver. So, luckily, no more fairy miscreants. This could be like an augur. No, this is a gush. Lots of lands in their hand. Sure. I think if we resolve these tendrils, we should be in pretty good shape. Ponder, yep. I don't know if they have any lands other than just islands in this kind of deck. Delver, okay. Cycle this. A rat. A gray merchant. Okay. So we kind of run headfirst into days if we just try to tendrils the Delver right now. They've done a lot of pondering and preordaining and stuff. So we can assume that it is flipping. Sign in Blood is a little interesting because we could draw a swamp and then play Chittering Rats, which would be really good for us. We could also run into a Spell Pierce or Dispel. I think we're going to go for it, though. And I want to do it now because they have Counterspell in their deck. Okay. Paying 1 for days, no. So that's alright. We'll see what they reveal with their Delver, though. Revealed Counterspell. Okay. So now we're going to be in some trouble. However, the Gray Merchant's going to be really good. Yep. So we do kind of need to resolve the tendrils at some point. It's going to be important. We're probably going to... So they have Counterspell. Sign in Blood puts us to 9. The attack puts us to 5. Which doesn't seem great, but it might just be like the only thing we can do. I think we have to do it. Okay. So we drew... If this gets countered, that's great, because it only hits the Fairy Miscreant. Okay, that's fine. ninja. Okay. So that's solid for them. And then another fairy. Yep. So now we have a bunch of mana. We're not dead to the Delver. I think our best play is Tendrils on the Ninja. Puts us up to 7. And we could also play Gray Merchant. And that blocks the Ninja and brings us up to 8. That might actually be better. It runs into Daze. I think blocking the Ninja is important. But we could just lose right here to a Daze. Nope. Okay. It's a good sign. Yep. Okay. Hold that back. That's good for us. However, we really do need to get one of these removal spells to resolve. Ooh. Ooh. Now we're in trouble. Okay. Okay, so Tendrils on the Delver puts us at a high enough life total that we survive. Also, Gray Merchant makes us go to 10, so we survive that too. I'd like to play Tendrils while they're tapped out, though. Gray Merchant kind of gets better later on in the game. These other things don't. So we're surviving at 2 now. Which is not a lot. I think I'll play this. And run into a counterspell and die. Okay. Okay, so now they have 6 power. So if they don't have a counterspell and we rip a Gray Merchant, we win. Not anymore. Don't think we're getting out of this one. Okay, we're dead. There might have been a way to get out of that. I also think that I should not have cycled my Baron more. Turned out to be pretty bad. Sometimes, like, you just, like, never know if you're supposed to or not sometimes, but... Okay. Going to game 2. This Witches thing seems pretty good, and Duress also seems pretty good. Not in love with... Well, Chittering Rats was probably going to be a lot better because we're on the play this time. Oubliette's really slow. Like, Crypt Rats would have been really good there, that game, but I can't really imagine that actually being that common, that it's that good. Spectres are great. I think Ragers might be a little too slow, actually. And Read the Bones, probably too slow, too. Let's give this a shot. Pretty good, I guess. It's pretty slow. But we do have a Liliana Spectre, which is really, really nice. Counterspell, Brainstorm, Ninja. Ninjas are real good. I'm going to take the Counterspell. I think it's important to get rid of that. Next turn, we're casting Chainer's Edict on the Ninja. And then we are... So hopefully they haven't drawn a Daze in the last 2 turns here. If they have, we're in a lot of trouble. Yep, Chainer's Edict you. Play a Desert. So all of our lands are coming into play tap this game. Here comes a Preordain, okay. Two cards on the bottom. I don't think I'm going to Rat, because that just makes their Delver flip, although they're going to flip it anyway with the Brainstorm. Wow, nice Tendrils of Corruption we got here. So they could try and find a Daze. Nope. Okay, it's getting a little bit of card advantage here with the Liliana Spectre. I really like this Liliana Spectre. I think it's really good in this deck. The spell entered the revealed cards zone. Okay. Gladly trading. Here comes a Spire Golem. Well, we've got 5 mana. I think we're cycling this Baron more. Playing a Swamp and playing a Rat. Some more card advantage. Getting attacked for 2. Nothing going on over there. Let's cycle. Another Baron Moor. Kumbaj. Alright. Do I Witches or do I Great Merchant? I don't think that I want to cycle the Baron Moor, for what it's worth, because we have Chainer's Edict in their graveyard, so getting up to 7 is a good idea. So we're pretty cold to Daze anyway, if that's our plan. So I think we should play the Great Merchant now. Try and resolve it while they only have 2 cards in hand. We know that one of them is Dispel. Okay. So that works for a couple of reasons. One is that we've got this Witches coming up later. And then 2, we've got this Tendrils with only 1 Swamp, so now we actually have a target for it. We know their last card is Dispel, so that hilariously will I guess, you know what we need to do, actually, is tendrils this now and then play the witches. And that's because they won't dispel it if they know we have witches going. Comes an attack for 3, which is not very good. I guess I understand why people don't play Spectres now. It's because they play these stupid witches instead. So the Delver's going to die. Actually, everything on their side is going to die. Yeah. So what we actually want to do is, well, no, you only have the one swamp. Okay. And I'm going to gas atomize this right now. Before they get to... Oh wait, no, they have Spell Stutter Sprite. Oh wait, but now I can Tendrils of Corruption it. Ding dong, we did it. So now they have no fairies. So now their thing is dead. And we're getting in there. And they have no cards in hand. We have better board. Doesn't make sense for them to attack right now. Which is really good for our Chainer's Edict in our graveyard if we draw a land. Here comes a... Whoa, that's something. Okay. Well, that's something too. Trigger. Okay. So that worked out. Yep, having lots of... this guy likes to say GG after the game. Okay, so having lots of removal and stuff worked out there. Okay. Those tendrils were really bad, actually. Kind of didn't think we were going to win that game. Because we didn't draw very well. Yeah. Not too much I really want in instead. I don't think I want Augur of Skulls. All their stuff is flying, so the regenerating thing doesn't really matter. Cryptats is interesting, but the Spire Golems have such huge toughness. And I guess we could play Oubliette. They're just extremely slow. I feel like I had that the Tendrils of Corruption on the Spellsetter Sprite play. I feel like I had like come up with that, and then I like forgot what I was doing, and then it worked anyway. I don't know. It was weird. Yeah. So this hand looks fine. The Sign and Bloods are super slow, and they have a Delver on 1, which is bad for us. But we have Duress. So as long as this doesn't flip, actually, we can Ghastly Demise it. They're wondering about dazing this, which is interesting. If they daze it, then it's a lot less likely that their Delver flips, which is kind of good for us. Sure. Could just flip anyway, and then we're like really screwed. Nope. Okay. So, still an opportunity for them to play like a different counterspell here. Trying that Baron more is actually super good. Okay. So we're going to play a Swamp. We're going to say go. They're probably going to do something like Brainstorm on end step, and that's when we Ghastly Demise. Or we just do it right now. The reason is I want to play around Dispel and Spell Pierce a little bit. Okay. That's still very good for us. So far we haven't resolved anything, which is bad. Here's a preordain. So I'd love a Chainer's Edict right here, or an Innocent Blood. That works. So I want to play Sign in Blood, and I want to play Ghastly Demise this turn. Which one is more important? Probably Ghastly Demise is more important. So I want to do that first so I don't get dazed. So that didn't get dazed either. And we have played a land, so we're all good to go. Innocent Blood will be pretty good, I would imagine, here. Depending on what we're playing against. Gush. Oh boy. Another Delver and a Preordain. So that's good. Yep. I think I'm gonna make the same play as I did before. Play around Daze and Spell Pierce this way. Okay. Alright, I like our chances. We get to start casting some cool stuff soon. And I mean, looks like a pretty obvious counterspell, but we gotta start playing some stuff here, I think. Carnarium is actually a really good draw. I wonder if I should have taken the played. Interesting. I wonder if I should have picked up the desert. I think I'll do that. I think we'll cycle this. Play the Carnarium. Pick up the desert. I mean, we're going for the long game, and they are like gushing and countering everything and stuff, so I think having we're going to grind them out if we're going to win this game. That's how we are doing it. I don't think I want to play the Duress yet. Let's cycle this land first. Like, I could just play Duress into Grey Merchant right now. I just kind of don't think that's good. Okay, well, now I guess it would have been good, but I think I'll be doing that next turn. Alright, so they have a clock. Kind of. They have a ninja clock. Okay. So let's see if they play a land here. I mean, I would assume so. So you can leave up Spellstutter Sprite. Yep. So Innocent Blood, obviously, real bad against Spellstutter Sprite. So let's Duress, because it'll get Spellstutter Sprited, and then we Innocent Blood twice. It's too bad that we don't have an instant speed removal spell right now, though. Alternatively, I could have played a Grey Merchant there, but the problem is like parading these Grey Merchants out and then just like having Innocent Blood left over doesn't really seem very good. 5 mana for Stormbound Geist. Alright, let's see if our Grey Merchant gets countered. I don't know if anybody plays Rune Snag. That's why I played that land first. Sure. Hoping to find some counter spells, I'm sure. And we still don't have Chainer's Edict anywhere to be found. So here comes the Geist, which importantly cannot block anything on the ground. I wonder how likely it is they have days. I think it's pretty likely. Because I only have 7 mana available, so I can't play both of these. I'm pretty happy with just this. Just have 2 mana sitting there for no reason. Great. Thanks, Moto. Cool. Moto clan is running pretty slow today. So the good news is they haven't countered any of our stuff recently. So unless they drew a counterspell this turn, they're also not going to counter this Grey Merchant. I think I attack first, actually. And again, I'm not going to play into days. I kind of have to hope that that's their last card. Or, you know, what's full their hand is full of dazes. Hello, friends. I guess I could have played the witches there, but again, it just doesn't seem very, like, worth it. I have a feeling our opponent... Your life total is going the wrong way. Yeah, I think it's going the right way, if you ask me, but whatever. I have to discard a card. I'm going to discard Chainer's Edict. Hope you can find some Spire Golems. 3 Spire Golems would be actually really hard to beat right here. I guess maybe not. I would probably just play this Quambage Witches and attack them. Or not attack them. Just ping them. Yeah, so I think this worked out. I think our opponent's hand is just full of islands and not very good. Probably like some dazes and spell pierces in there, and it's just like, killed your threats. GG's. Sometimes I'm like worried when people say that. Sure. And then I'm worried when people say that and then like don't just like concede, or you know, it's not like lethal damage on the stack or whatever. Just like, all right, so that worked out. I feel like we actually got pretty lucky that last game, and we weren't really a favorite to win. Probably that either of the games. It's funny. The game there, I felt like we had the best hand and best chance of winning was the first game that we lost, and then these ones were just kind of like wonky, but it all kind of worked out. So this deck is pretty like redundant, and I don't know. Just have to figure out how to play against counter spells, and I guess you'll be okay. Maybe, I don't know. It's Pauper. What the hell? Whatever. Round 3. Hand looks pretty good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hand looks worse. Gonna need some threats. I also don't think Vendetta's very good. Ooh. An innocent blood target. I like that. I'm actually going to keep up Barrymore / Vendetta. You never know when I'm going to get to Fire Slung or whatever it is. Get to Fire Attacker person. Spike. Rift Bolt into the revealed zone. Alright. So what's good is that even if they shoot our rats with their burn spells, we still just get to make them discard a card with a rat. So, ooh, buddy. Alright. Now I'm kind of excited for them to play another creature. So there's a rat, and we need a gray merchant, and then we might win, but maybe not. We'll see. Kind of wishing now that I hadn't played the desert on turn 1, but it really looked like we should have. It's one of those things you kind of never know, but deserts are super good late game, so 3 mountains. Searing Blaze, yuck. Ghastly Demise. Alright. One card in hand, kind of have to assume it's Fire Blast. Sure would love a creature. For my opponent, I mean. Yeah, like that one. Hiya! Alright. Now all we need is running Gray Merchants, and I think we're in good shape. Gonna cycle this. I don't want to do this, but I'm gonna. Oh no. Okay. I can't cast the other one. I can't cast the other one. Oh boy. Stop. I love when I interact with their stuff. That's great. Yeah, I just can't do it. It makes it so that any Lava Spike kills me because their last card is almost certainly Fire Blast. I wish. So we need a Gray Merchant like now. That works. I mean, it doesn't, but it makes it so that they only have one mountain. No, it's just a normal bolt. So that's pretty bad as well. I don't think I'm casting Read the Bones anyway. Like, I guess I could in theory. Come on, Gray Merchant. Like, the thing is that even if I play Read the Bones, I can't cast a Grey Merchant for a while. So it doesn't really do anything. So I think I have to attack. And just hope to draw a Grey Merchant. I mean, if they had Lava Spike, they would probably just cast it. It could be Searing Blaze. It could be Needle Drop. And it could be Fire Blast. Like, they could just be trying to play around Tendrils. Or we could be in really good shape right now. Like, if we win this game, that's amazing. I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch, so... Alright, so Oubliette's great there. Don't really want to play Vendetta, because it's toughness. I think we can cycle this. I don't really feel like playing Phyrexian Rager is a good idea. So now I think we win unless they draw Fire Blast, or Fire Blast, Burn Spell. They could draw a Lava Runner and get in for some damage right now, which would be not great. Chain Lightning, okay. So now they've got one shot at Fire Blast, so I'm not going to play the Rager. I could also do something like Sign in Blood my opponent. Be really funny. Yeah, so we're not playing the Rager, so it's just Fire Blast. Now this Chainer's Edict takes away Thermo Alchemist outs. Alright, we did it. I cannot believe it. Wow. Okay. That was a little crazy. Duress seems good. Augur of Skulls seems really good. Unburden seems good. And the Witches seems good because it's a 1/3. There's a lot of stuff that seems bad. Mainly Sign in Blood. Read the Bones. Vendetta is not at its best. I cut 3 more cards. I think I'm going to cut Phyrexian Rager. So we go pretty far down on creatures, but we don't have any life loss in our deck anymore. That seems important. Yuck. Got a mulligan that one. This one seems great. Love a land on top. Love it. Okay. So I think I'm just playing Desert here. I think the most likely scenario is that, well, you know, I could Duress. I guess I could Duress here. Yeah, I got nothing going on next turn. That's 2 mana. Searing Blaze, Needle Drop, Chain Lightning, Firebrand, Archer. So this thing's got to die to an Innocent Blood, so that's cool. I think I'm taking Searing Blaze so that I don't get my rats hit by it. Here comes the Archer. No! Crap. Do we want to play the Desert? I think so. I think I am likely going to try to get up to Gray Merchant mana here. Like, that's going to be the plan. Firebrand Archer. When you cast non-creature spell, deals 1 damage to each opponent. Okay, so we get spiked. We're losing a lot of life here. I think it's a great time to play Innocent Blood. Kind of wish I hadn't played the Desert. Chain Lightning. 1 card in hand. Hopefully it's a mountain. That'd be the best case scenario for us right now. Curse of the Pierced Heart is a really good card. It's a Needle Drop. Okay. Well, now I have to discard whatever that was. But not really discard it, just get rid of it for a turn. Keldon Marauders. Oh boy. Well, the good news is that if I play Gray Merchant right now, they can't attack into me. But it just means that I can't attack with the Chittering Rats. But we'll see what we draw here. We could draw an Oubliette, and that makes me want to wait a turn on my Gray Merchant, because I'll gain more life that way. So let's play our land and Oubliette it. And we take 1. We're dead to Fire Blast, but we're gaining 6 life, which I think is pretty necessary. Okay. Alright, here we go. Alright. Another race. Race against Curse of the Pierced Heart against their library. Their Curse of the Pierced Heart and their library against our 4 power worth the Dorks. I like that, actually. It doesn't increase the clock at all, but it helps us against Lava Runner. So I think they need like Fire Blast, Fire Blast to kill us. Aha! So now they have to go after our creatures, which is a great sign for us, because they're still on a two-turn clock, no matter how they do that with their Chain Lightning. I think they actually should have just gone upstairs with that Chain Lightning. Oh boy! They might have to kill this, though. I think they do. Yep. Okay. Alright, little Augur of Skulls, let's go. I'm just playing my lands because I don't really have any reason not to, but now that I have enough mana, I can flash back a Chainer's Edict. Alright, Augur. Come on, little buddy. Rift Bolt with a time counter. I guess that's fine. You could also just cast it, though. Come on, Grey Merchant. Come on, Grey Merchant. How about another Augur of Skulls? Impenetrable defense. So now we're going to 3. Alright, so they got 1 turn to draw a burn spell. Don't think anything else does it. I know why they did that, for Needle Drop. Man! Nothing I could do there, I don't think. Alright. Whoops, I didn't mean to click reveal hand. Okay, fair enough. Let's get the next one. I don't think I want to change anything. I think that was pretty well set up to win. Wish I had another Tendrils of Corruption in my sideboard. Maybe I should be playing more of that card. Depends on how popular this burn deck is. We don't have any threats. But I think it's still a keep. Also, it's really kind of not the best, is it? But we do have a bunch of removal for their creatures. If they have draw with creatures. And I'm planning on cycling this Baron more. I think we need to draw some stuff. Get through our deck a little bit. Rats is great. Probably going to cycle the Unburden as well. Keldon Marauders. It's a pretty good Innocent Blood target. Yeah, let's cycle this, even though it's pretty good in this matchup. Duress is also solid. And we gotta play this land. And we'll play Innocent Blood. I guess I probably should have played Duress first. They've got the Firebrand Archer. We've got a Rift Bolt, Lightning Bolt, Lava Spike. So the choice is Bolt or Searing Blaze. Next turn, they're playing Firebrand Archer plus Lava Spiking me, I would assume. So the Searing Blaze might not even be that good. Still probably just their best, most powerful card. So I think that's what I'll take. And ship it. Kind of really just gotta hope that they have a lot of creatures here. Yeah, Chainer's Edict. Yeah, so we really needed them to draw like Get to Lava Runners and stuff like that for a while. That's not what we wanted. Not even close. Okay. Kind of happy with that draw. So now their last card is Searing. No, we took the Searing Blaze. The last card is Bolt. Curse of the Pierced Heart. We need so many things to go right. Well, not that many things. We just need to draw 2 lands and not die. Rats off to you. So we go to 6. So if we draw Swamp and they draw blank, I think they can draw 1 burn spell. Like that. So we're not gonna get there anymore. Yeah. I don't know. I think cycling the Baron more was good, because like we needed some threats, and we drew the Chittering Rats like immediately after. We still went to hit our 5th land for Grey Merchant for a while. Don't know. Pretty scary deck to play against. Yeah, the Curse of the Pierced Heart is really, really good against us. We really can't do anything about it. Except we can duress it, and then they just drew it both times. So, not much we could really do there. Yeah, really scary matchup. Not a lot in the way of interaction, just Grey Merchants and the 2 Tendrils. I think if we keep playing against this deck, we'll have to work on it. Well, I'm about to play round 5. I forgot to hit record for round 4, which was interesting. I played against Tron, and I actually did okay. I have enough stuff in the sideboard that I was able to take game 2 pretty easily, but game 3, what happened? Oh, I pretty much got him down to no cards, and then they had a million mana and drew a Mill Drifter, and then another Mill Drifter, and blah 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 blah. So, yeah, that was the Tron matchup. I think looking at the deck, I guess if I was going to play that, more often, then stuff like Innocent Blood gets a lot worse. And maybe the rest go back in the main. Maybe I have some, open up for more discard, more unburdens, more augurs. I wasn't too unhappy with it though. Game 1 was a real rough one, but game 2 and 3 I kind of felt okay. Now Spellbound was actually really good too. All right, well, now that I've hit the old record button over here, we're just gonna go ahead and start round 5. In it to win it. Let's see if we can go start 2-0 and then not win any prizes. The classic. See if we can avoid that. Found a couple of lands. I think this is a keep. On the draw, it's a little slow. Dismal Backwater. You know when your opponent plays like a turn 1 land and you're trying to figure out what you're playing against, and then you draw for your first draw step like the worst card in that matchup? Oh man, I wish I had Sinkhole right now. Do I sign in blood? Do I really want to sign in blood here? Well, I think Innocent Blood is basically a dead card anyway, so I'm okay with it. Oh my god. Wow. Augur of Bolas. Doomblade entered the revealed cards. I tell you what, Doomblade isn't gonna have very many targets against me. Yeah, we're just Chainer's Edicting this thing before they have Ghostly Flicker, mana up, and then let's play that thing and say go. Doomblade, you say? What's funny about this matchup, not that I actually know anything about what I'm playing against or whatever, but what's funny about what I assume this matchup is that I have targets for my Doomblades and whatnots, but they do not. What do you think about drawing that same card, but again? See, if they're really smart, they'll put Doomblade on top. Could have played Rager there instead. I don't know. I'm over it. Lonely Sandbar. Oh, they need to draw whatever it was. Chittering Rats and Phyrexian Rager. These cards are all so funny because, like, you really need to 2-for-1 your opponents a lot because all the cards are really bad. It's just like a really funny format. Something like Phyrexian Rager, 3 mana for a 2/2, it draws you a card, would be like just the worst in Modern. But in this format, it's like about as good as you can do, so you may as well. Alright, so we've hit all our land drops since our turn 1 debacle. Turn 2 debacle with the Sign in Blood, but we still got some stuff going on here. The problem is that they get to play Mole Drifter, which is a little bit better than Phyrexian Rager. It does cost a lot of mana. I don't feel like putting a Mole Drifter under an Oubliette is something I want to do anytime soon. Chainer's Edict is interesting. Let's Phyrexian Rage. See what we want to do here. I'll play the Polluted Mire, and I'll Chainer's Edict. Even though it's a disfigure target, I'm kind of assuming we're going to have more disfigure targets in the future. I like Oubliette because it's the name of an episode of the X-Files. I think that's dope. Echoing Decay. Oh my god. It's pretty crazy. Let's Sign in Blood. Let's play a rat. And let's disfigure that thing. And I am actually going to go ahead and play this desert, because that brings me up to 7 mana. Got a lot of cycling lands in play right now, which is kind of too bad. Maybe we'll draw the Carnarium. They didn't want Counterspell from their Forbidden Alchemy, which is a little scary. And we've got another land. Okay. So, like, the reason that you wouldn't want Counterspell is because you probably have another one in your hand. But, like, what am I doing if I'm not playing this Grey Merchant? I guess we'll cycle this and see what happens. Innocent Blood's not great. 2 Chainer's Edicts in the yard right now. There's a chance they don't have it and they have like a Rune Snag instead. Oh boy. We're so dead. That is a good one. I wonder if they have wall, the mnemonic wall. Mnemonic wall. Um, let's see. Opponent is paying some costs. Probably a Gurmag Angler. If they have mnemonic wall, then Nile Spellbomb might be good. I think I'll probably bring in Nile Spellbomb anyway. Three mana up. And they want some more creatures in play, huh? Are they playing another Gurmag? Wow. Okay. And a counterspell up. Alright, that's actually kind of good. Vendetta here. So we can kill all their stuff. Let's go. I think I'm going to start with Innocent Blood, because they're likely to counter it. Yeah. And now we Edict. And now we Oubliette. Alright, Rat. Let's go. Alright, I hope they have, I guess there's no hope, actually. This game's just about over. I could draw Running Gray Merchants and hope they don't have any counterspells. That would actually do it. They have a lot of mana. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 when they untap. I got my rats disfigured. Rats. Okay, got some removal. Go ahead. Sure. Play it. Hey, look at you. This is getting countered. Almost certainly. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. That's one less counterspell for Chainer's Edict, I guess. A Moldrifter. What do you know? Read the bones. Sure. Let's play Read the Bones. I like Tendrils. I don't like Ghastly Demise. Nope, I put them both on top. I misclicked. Okay, that's actually fine. Yep. Now we wait for their upkeep, and we Ghastly Demise this thing. And if they try and do anything, we Tendrils it. Nope, see you later. Between these Chainer's Edicts and Oubliettes and this Tendrils in my hand, like, they might actually have trouble finding a way to kill us. Hey, look at you! And by that I mean, like, we could deck them. Unless I cycle away my whole deck, then we probably won't. Yeah, I don't feel like it's the right time to cast that. I almost feel like just never casting that because of soul manipulation. Like, well, it's exiled, but I don't want them to get anything back. I guess I should tendrils this thing now before they find a counterspell. Sure. That's fine. It's counterspell there. Okay. Fair enough. Go ahead. What a strange game. So as long as they don't have any more Gurmag Anglers, which they probably only have 2 in their deck, then we might just, like, beat them. I think... Well, they gotta have, like, Seagate Oracles, right? In their graveyard is 1, 2, 3 Muldrifters. Like, they have more lands than us and more cards in hand, but we're kind of doing okay. Just weird. I thought this game would be over, but maybe it's not. We're also doing a pretty good job of keeping the board clear from Ghostly Flicker stuff, which maybe is what they have in their hand right now. I was actually a little surprised they didn't Ghostly Flicker in response to us killing their Augur. I figured that that would be like what was in their hand still, but apparently not. Okay, and they had to discard, and they discarded a Chainer's Edict. I am gonna cycle this. We're still ahead on cards. You don't have to be on head on cards by very much to be ahead on cards. And I still just don't feel like casting anything for a while. Let's make them do stuff. Not me. $13 in their library. Plus, I mean, they're discarding, so who cares? It's just, we're getting card advantage. I don't need to play this right now. Also, there's another something to be said about having innocent blood in your deck and then just also keeping the board clear unless you really need to play a creature. Discard for an alchemy. What a game. Cycling. Ooh boy. Alright, just 10 more turns of pushing 2 a bunch and then maybe we'll win. But maybe not. Who knows? They discarded Ghastly Demise. Ha! I'm not the only one who plays that card. It's great. What do you have? 7 cards in my hand right now? Let's just play this desert. I'm really worried about Dinrova Horror because it's going to make them bounce the oubliette. Alright, hopefully we just draw swamps the rest of the game. It'd be cool. Just gonna cast it. Hand is just all removal, so like why would I do anything else? I'm gonna discard to hand size Liliana's Spectre. Just seems like it's just the worst thing going on right now. I guess that might not be true because it blocks Muldrifter. But I don't even know if they play a Muldrifter, they race their own library, so not too concerned about that. Hey, look at you. We have a lot of mana now. We can like kill something and then also flashback Chainer's Edict. I think we have enough to flashback 2 Chainer's Edicts and cast like 2 Innocent Bloods and a Ghastly Demise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost. Actually, one more and then we could cast like all these spells. They discarded Echoing Decay. Hey, that's a good card to discard. But I think I'll actually discard the Rager instead. End step. Soul Manipulation back the Gurmag Angler. Alright. We got a game on our hands. If that's the case, I want to discard Phyrexian Rager. And just have a million ways to kill that Gurmag. Probably got a lot of counter spells. Ooh. I guess I care about that? I mean, I need to use Ghastly Demise on something. And it's not going to be Gurmag Angler, so this seems about right. I think they have at least one counterspell in hand that we know about. No, they've got 2 in their graveyard. Okay, we might be able to take this down. They whiffed, okay. Maybe on purpose, I don't know. I'm just gonna not cast Gurmag Angler? What? That doesn't seem good. That is not the effect I am looking for. They don't have any instants. They didn't play the Gurmag Angler, which is a little funny to me. I wonder if they have some kind of out that I don't know about. Some kind of reshuffle thing. That would be pretty bad. Like one copy of Reminisce or something. Yeah, that's gonna be fine. They missed. So the plan is to just have some kind of Chainer's Edict protection for their Gurmag. But like, we have a ton of removal. This must be another Gurmag. Okay. So we want to kill a lot of creatures now. Problem is these Innocent Bloods don't actually look that good with the Augur there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 mana. That is so much mana. Alright, let's start with Innocent Blood. Hiya! Okay, let's oubliette. Counterspell. Let's Innocent Blood. Let's Chainer's Edict. Sure. Okay. So we want Unburden, we want Nile Spellbomb, we want Duress, we want Augur. We don't want... It's funny that Innocent Blood was so good there, but I kind of don't think it's going to be in general. I don't think I want this figure. I want to cut 6 cards. Let's cut some swamps, actually. And... Tendrils of Corruption is actually kind of good. I'm going to keep one of them in. Three more things to cut. You know, Innocent Blood really isn't the best, is it? I'm going to be going pretty low on removal. But everything can kill a Gurmag. Chainer's Edicts will have like 1 Innocent Blood, 2 Oubliette, Tendrils. It's probably enough. And the rest will help clear the way to actually resolve that stuff. Like, Innocent Blood seems like the worst one because, like, we have our own creatures. They're not playing stuff early on. They're not playing Delvers and whatever. I mean, maybe they could just sideboard into Delver and kill me, but I don't think that's super likely. This hand looks actually really good. Alright, Echoing Decay. Gotta watch out for that one. We got Augur of Bolas, we got Gurmag, we got Spell Stutter and Demir Aqueduct. I'm gonna take the Preordain. I'm not too concerned about getting my stuff killed. Mostly just wanna resolve this Sign in Blood, and I think we'll be on our way. So here's probably the Augur, correct? Nile Spellbomb. From them. Okay. So, Unburden looks a little appealing here, but probably not yet. That's Spectre. They lost Echoing Decay. Okay. I'd love to navigate the game into a way where, ooh, they're just not playing their Augur. We know 3 of their cards. I wonder if they have a copy of Some kind of like negate. I'm going to attack. If they have Spell Stutter Sprite, then I'm kind of okay with that. Or if they use their Spell Stutter Sprite. I know they have Spell Stutter Sprite. So, Augur of Skulls seems pretty good. So does Unburden, though. I think I'm going to play Augur. Because the good thing about Augur... Whoa, sorry. Knocked my headphones off my head. The good thing about Augur is that if they, like, try and do a bunch of stuff to get this Gurmag Angler to play, then we can just block it. Like, Augur is good at that, too. Sure. So if they do something like land something, crack Spellbomb, Gurmag Angler, then it's just like we're fine with that. If they don't know anything here, like anything of use, then we can blow out their whole hand with between the Augur and the Unburden. Okay, we still can do that. And another thing that's cool is that, yep, that's fine. Oh, I thought that was an aqueduct. It's a dismal backwater. Okay. So now I think we don't. Now I think I don't want to use Augur. You know what? No, I'm gonna use Augur. I'm gonna use Augur on my upkeep because they'll probably respond with Nile Spellbomb. Nope, never mind. They didn't. But I think that, like, is a thing that a person would do sometimes there. So that's why I went for it. I'm going to attack. Okay. And of course, the reason we do that is because of Gurmag getting hit by Chainer's Edict now. So here's an Augur. And we're going to go ahead and play the Baron more. And we know their last card is a Gurmag Angler, which they can play for 1 mana. They could, however, instead, you know, do some stuff with Nile Spellbomb. Or I guess in addition to that. Sure. Oh, they evoked it. Okay. Interesting to evoke that there. That's fine. I could have cycled the Unburden, but I don't really want to. Yep, so we lose Chainer's Edict. So I could get rid of their Gurmag right now. The problem is that, like, Augur is just good against it, just blocking. Yeah, and let's just start parading Grey Merchants out. I think I will play the polluted mire. Nope, I won't. Nope. I'd rather try and find another Chainer's Edict for that. I guess I could have. It would have induced their spell bomb. Okay. Dispel. Well, bad news for them is that we don't really have any instants in our deck. Okay, so there goes that. So they go up to 3 cards. 2. Here comes Gurmag. Yep. Just 1 Gurmag. I think I'll play this. And should I unburden? I don't think so. I think I saved my mana to cycle Polluted Mire and regenerate with Augur of Skulls if I need to. And here comes a Mulldrifter. So they just draw so many cards that it's like you're gonna find a way to like utilize the discard effects of all your stuff. Nothing going on. Let's cycle this Polluted Mire. It's a pretty good one. Maybe, we'll see. Yep, we're gonna unburden. So they're leaving counterspell mana up. Sure. They don't really have anything cool in the graveyard at the moment. So I'm just gonna oubliette the Gurmag while I've got the chance, while I've got him tapped out. I need to watch my time, too. This might have been right to attack there. Another Mulldrifter. So the Augur is starting to look pretty good. The Augur is dead, so it looks a little worse at the moment. So I'm going to attack. You know what? I should have attacked first. That was bad. Let's see if they block, though. Okay. That worked out. And a spell bomb. Okay. So it's going to be too bad if they have a Gurmag here, because I elected not to just use Nile Spell Bomb. I wanted to draw a card with it. So if they go Gurmag, then it'd be like, gaining some life. Not gaining life. They'd rather get their swamp back than their dismal backwater. This is only game 2. Pauper is so crazy. Okay. Let's attack with everything. See if this induces anything on their end. They go to 5. Liliana Spectre. And now if they try and soul manipulation this, we have the Nile Spellbomb available, which they don't want to do, so they're going to discard instead. Discarded a swamp. I am going to cycle this now. Okay. So I think on their upkeep, we Nile Spellbomb them. The reason is I really don't want them to cast a Gurmag Angler. I mean, they still can cast a Gurmag Angler if they really want to. I think we're going to lose the flyer, even though it's just because it's got 4 toughness. Or these have 4 toughness. Another Chainer's Edict. Yeah, obviously. Sounds good. Luckily, we have all this card draw back up. You know what? I need to look at their exile zone. Do they have Dispel in here? If they don't, then I think that's their last card, is Dispel. There's no way that they put it on the bottom of their library or something like that. So I think their last card is Dispel, which is really good for us because that card sucks. Yeah, we start with Sign in Blood. Then let's cycle this. Don't really care about that, so we'll play a Rager. Alright, now I gotta watch out for a clock. The last card is Dispel. They drew a copy of Gurmag Angler. Okay. And they're attacking me. Read the bones. Top. Rager. Carnarium. Get back Barrenmore. I guess we duress. Get that Dispel out of there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we draw a swamp next turn, we can cast Edict and flash it back. That's pretty good. I think we probably just win now. We'll see what they sacrifice. They had sacrificed the
Augur, then we would have just won. Let's cycle this and play Swamp. So they need something real good here, although they do have Echoing Decay in their deck. They revealed Disfigure, so that counts as something really good. But we have the Chainer's Edict, so I think we get there. Or we can just do this. Pauper is crazy. Oh, I got a treasure chest. Alright, so that was cool. I kind of like the deck. We were able to grind the hell out of that that blue-black deck. Like, that's kind of one of the things that's scary to me, is that, like, if the blue-black deck works better than the black deck, then it becomes, like, really tough, because they probably beat you, like, straight up, you would think, because they have things like Preordain, Mold Drifter, but we were able to get them there. That first game was wild. The rest of the thing. Oh yeah, that Tron thing where I lost the match because I forgot to hit record. That was very silly. But suffice to say, it was really boring, and they had a lot of mana very early all the time, and then it was just like, do I lose to Condescend? Yes. Or do I lose to Condescend? No, they don't have it. So uh, it was pretty silly. So I don't know if that matchup is worth trying to fix the sideboard or main deck to try and beat. We'll see. The other matchups seemed pretty good. The burn one, I think the burn one I could also use the Duresa's main deck for. I think like 3 of the matchups that we played, 4 maybe of them, Duress would have been better in the main deck. You know what? I don't even remember what the first 2 decks we played against were. Oh, one of them was the white-red Boros deck, and then the other one was Delver. That's right. So I think that the Boros deck we don't really want Duress, but the other ones we did. I guess Duress is probably okay. They just have like a bunch of creatures. Duress is probably good there. So yeah, that's where we're at. I might be putting the Duress back in the main, but there's not a lot of space. Anyway, thanks for watching. I don't know. I'll keep doing this, I guess. Pauper's kind of interesting. It's neat. Yeah. All right. Cool. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you later.